This is a very important question, students. The question looks simple, but directly if you multiply by pi cos squared x and pi cos squared x, you will not get the answer, because here limiting value of theta tending to 0 sine theta by theta should be equal to 1. For this sandwich theorem to be holding good here, theta must tend to 0. All right, now theta must tend to 0. So what we'll do, limiting value of x tending to 0, sine of, look here, sine of pi cos squared x can be written as 1 minus sine squared x, okay, divided by x square. So limiting value of x tending to 0 of sine of pi minus pi sine squared x, pi minus pi sine squared x divided by x square. So limiting value of x tending to 0, sine of pi minus theta, sine of pi minus theta, what is the answer? This is equal to sine theta. So your answer to the question will be sine pi sine squared x divided by x square. Now look here, when x tends to 0, this quantity also tends to 0, right? This quantity. Now this part is applicable, correct or not? So what I'll do, put theta is equal to, put theta is equal to pi sine squared x. Okay, when x tends to 0, theta also will tend to 0. So I can say limit theta tending to 0, sine of this part, I'll write like this only, sine x tending to 0, I'll write sine of pi sine squared x, I'll divide by pi sine squared x and multiply by pi sine squared x and divide it with the x. Here there is an x square division. So this part here, this is nothing but limiting value of x tending to 0 of this is of the form limiting value of theta tending to 0. Now if I put theta is equal to this part here, see, limiting value of theta tending to 0 sine theta by theta into sine theta by theta into pi into limiting value of x tending to 0 sine x divided by x the whole square, right? So what is this answer that we get? 1 into pi into 1. What is the answer that we get is equal to pi is the answer to the question.